So I just came out with a video not too long ago about customers requesting returns beyond the 30-day limit that eBay requires us to give our buyers. And so this is just a short story about my experience with this just recently. So without any further ado, let's go. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is John from Flippin' Ain't Easy. And real quick, I make these videos to share my experiences with you. And it's sort of designed to create a conversation so that you can put your experiences down below if you've ever experienced anything like I discussed. And this particular situation that I mentioned before the intro here, and that is customers who try to get you to return or accept a return on an item that's beyond 30 days. In this particular situation, this buyer bought something from me. Anyone want to take a guess when they bought it? What month during this year do you think they bought this item? I'll go ahead and wait for you. If you said May, then you would be absolutely correct. I received a return request at the beginning of this month, I think on the 2nd of September, and it was for, and I'll show you here, this Epson 99 ink that, as you see there, I had 24. I actually received a brand new case pack of these, and there were 24 in the case, and from a major retailer. Don't know why. These were in liquidation. They were all brand new, sealed, had an expiration date of, I believe, like 2023, 2024. All were new, sealed. The boxes were brand new, sealed. No funny business. All the boxes were in pristine condition. I went through and checked each one of them before I did my final tally. Sometimes in liquidation, you get one or two that are bad. And when I'm doing a replenishable listing like this, I certainly don't want any of them to be have blemishes or anything like that. I would find another listing to list those on. I certainly wouldn't list them together all as new. So, you know, I sold these back in February, actually not February, but in April and May, and no problems. Started them off at $39.99, and you know, with some sales that I had, it was this particular price, $38.51, and I sold out. I sold out of them. So that was sort of a distant item in the past. I didn't plan on getting any more in the future. And I thought it was all done with it until I received this message, and I'll show it to you here. So this buyer says, I ordered this ink from you in May. I used the pink and it worked fine. Today I replaced black and yellow and they are dried up. There is no ink in the cartridges. Now, mind you, this is a 4-pack ink. These are all sealed, individually sealed. And there is a sensor, like not a sensor, but these Epson cartridges, you can actually see the ink from the outside of the cartridge, like has like a little window that you can see the ink in. And so once you open the package, each cartridge is individually sealed, like with a clear seal, so you can still see the ink. For him to say that these ink cartridges were empty tells me that once he opened these, I don't know when he opened them, back in May, I guess, when he opened them for just the, I guess in this case, he wanted to use the pink, and he didn't notice that these cartridges were empty at that time. You know, we're talking, what, 3 months? A little over 3 months before he contacted me. I don't offer a 90-day return. Even if I offered a 60-day return like some of you guys do, what would you guys do? Would you have said, sure, let me give you your money back? You know, 3 months is about the time someone who actually was using a lot of ink would go through your ink. I don't trust people. And, you know, maybe I'm jaded because of that. I do know that 95% of the people out there are good, honest people, but there are 5% of those people out there that would do what they can to get their money back. And if you don't believe me, go check YouTube. There's stories even on my channel, but there's stories outside of my channel on YouTube that talk about being scammed and bad buyers all day long. Now, I'm not going to out this buyer, and as you notice, I did not include their name on here. You know, I have had some flack. Some people have sent me messages. Do not like the fact that I talk about my experiences honestly and give the actual identity, not the person's name, not their address, but their eBay identity. That's all we know these people as. I would never give someone's name or address out on these videos, but you better believe, maybe not in this video, but on future videos, if I suspect that someone's trying to scam me, that means they will probably try to scam you, and I'm not going to let that slide, and I will provide you guys with their eBay ID so you can block them. And I don't care if you guys like it or not, or those few of you out there who don't like it. If you don't like it, there's other channels that are, you know, full of the kind of people you want to watch. If you don't like what I have to say, if you don't like who I am, then hey, that's the great thing. I didn't force you to tune into this channel. I love the fact that you guys enjoy my honesty, and this is just one of those moments where I'm being honest. Some channels aren't for everyone. And if you think that somehow I'm not doing my due diligence, I'm not looking into the customer's prior behaviors before outing them, I'm sorry. I'm not going to cater to the 2% of you that don't want to see customers being outed. This is not a block party video. I decided that I wasn't going to do that because I don't know this person's intentions. If I did feel like this person was trying to scam me, I certainly would provide that information. So ran over on that one. So back to the story, and I do apologize for getting off track on that. So he, in his message to me, he never asked me for a resolution. He just basically told me, you know, hey, I went back to these cartridges and they're dried up. Even though it's obvious you can look at these cartridges to see if there's ink in them or not. So I did reply. I said, you know, I apologize. I said, if you would have let me know within the 30-day eBay return window, I certainly would have offered you a return on this and would have taken care of it. However, we are well beyond the 30-day period, and we don't offer returns beyond the 30-day window. And that's where I left it. Now, some people would have ghosted this person and just said, hey, they're outside the 60-day feedback window. I can just ghost it or not reply to them, and, you know, nothing's really going to happen here. But I don't roll that way. I communicate as quickly as I can with customers. You know, maybe it was a misunderstanding. Maybe they would have accepted that at face value and move on. Hey, you know, next time I'll check the ink cartridges. But that's not what happened here. A couple days go by and I get a message from this buyer again. And I see the name pop up on my phone. You know, I have an iPhone and it pops up eBay and it has the user ID and nothing else. But I'm like, oh, gee, now what? Okay. And here it is. Can't seem to leave feedback on the dried up ink. The other ones are sealed and dried up, still in original box. Normally when you see ink running low, you order it. Now I can't use the ink I ordered from you because they're dried up. Terrible. And so this time I decided that I was going to just leave it alone. I can't really say any more than I've said. And therefore, I just let it go. But, you know, if you go back and look, can't seem to leave feedback. It's like, really? You're going to still try to take it out of me? You can, if you're an Epson ink owner or a printer owner, again, you know that you can look at these cartridges. You've already opened the packaging to see if there's any issues. You know, seller and buyers have a dual responsibility. The seller has a responsibility of delivering the goods as promised. As a buyer, you have a responsibility within a 30-day window to check your items, at least examine your items. I know that in all cases you can't necessarily test all your items, especially if you don't need the, yellow or blue or whatever ink that they were missing. But, you know, to come back at a seller 30 days later, actually 90 days later, and expect some kind of resolution, when you're told no and you continue, why are you looking to leave me negative feedback? Gladly, it's beyond the 60-day window for negative feedback, and that didn't happen. So apparently they waited another day or two, and I guess they decided to call eBay, and they contacted eBay, and I guess eBay gave them that great line that they give us sellers when we have a problem with the buyer: contact your buyer. And I'm sure that eBay didn't have any policy to stand on, so all they could tell the buyer to get them off the phone. Remember, that's what a rep's real goal is to get the customer off the phone. And their way of doing that was to tell the buyer to contact me. And so as you can see here, they say, I've contacted eBay in regards to the sealed empty ink cartridges. They advised me to contact you and let you know this, awaiting your answer. So I told them, I said, look, I said, there's no retailer that I know of, albeit Amazon, Walmart, Best Buy, that is going to offer you, if you walked in with one of these items or one of these cartridges and said, hey, I bought these 90 days ago from you and they're empty, none of them would accept the return. There would be no button on Amazon to accept the return. There would be no rep unless you really got nasty and the manager at Walmart or Best Buy just decided to be done with you and just take the return and just get you on your way. They're going to say no if they're following their policy. I'm following my policy. I'm following eBay's policy. Again, I don't know this person from Adam. I don't know if they're scamming me or not. I don't know if they use these two different colors up and are now trying to get me to do something. I don't know if Epson may have screwed up and didn't fill these cartridges because they were sealed, as they say. But again, you can see that when you're examining these items, these particular cartridges, you can see that there's ink inside these cartridges. These are these inkjet cartridges. So, you know, for me, you know, I told them, I said, look, I said, there's no retailer that would go above and beyond, well beyond their return policy. And there's nothing I can do for you here. You might want to contact Epson, but I can't help you. And I said, you know, at this point, you continually sending me messages is not going to resolve the situation. And please do not contact me again. I have no way of helping you, and it's not doing us any good. I apologize this happened to you, and that was it. Haven't received another message from them again. And you know what? As far as chargebacks go, let them bring it. Because again, we have a very generous return policy that we are required to give. If some of us had our way, we'd have a 14-day return period, but certainly not 60. Some of you have that. And certainly not 90. I don't think any of you have it. And if you do, well, hey, great. It's working out for you. I'm not going to knock you for it. But that's what I've decided to do, 30 days, and I'm sticking to it. And I would suggest that you do as well. I have a video that I made maybe a week or two ago. I'll put it up here somewhere. And maybe you can check it out. It kind of elaborates on that topic again. But this here is extreme. I think that I can sell for another 5 or 10 years on eBay. And I probably won't get another person that's going to ask me to accept a return beyond 90 days. For whatever reason. You know, and again, I'll say it again. We have a responsibility as sellers to deliver the product that we promise, and buyers have a responsibility as equally as we do to inspect the item within a 30-day period and inform us that there's a problem before that 30-day window has expired. Don't know what you think? Please let me know down below. While you're at it, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and of course, hit that notification bell so that you're notified the next time I make a video. With that said, I'm going to try to get some more content out to you guys a little bit more often than 2 to 3 times a week. I think that maybe I'm just not putting enough content out there. The fact that you've watched it this far tells me that at least you're interested, and thank you for watching and supporting the channel. But I put out a post earlier today being Sunday. You're watching this anytime after Monday when the video's been released. I put out a post saying, or asking you to please think of some things that we can do to improve the content, maybe improve the production value, whatever it is that you would like to see us do in this channel. Please let me know down below. I value your content because I want I value your content. I value your feedback because I want to create content, not for me, but for you, what you guys want. And I can't always make the video that you're asking for. Like, I know Wanda out there. How you doing, Wanda? She asked me for some information like on taxes, and topics that cover taxes that require a CPA's assistance, I really shy away from because I'm not a CPA, and I just don't want to give anyone kind of questionable information, especially when it comes to your money. I would definitely say if you're not an expert in doing your taxes, have someone do it for you, or of course seek advice from someone that has the knowledge and they feel comfortable maybe giving you the ins and outs of that. I just don't, and so I apologize for that. So everyone, I just want to thank you for tuning into my videos. Keep supporting the channel. I'm going to keep working hard for you guys. Hopefully this scenario where this buyer, outrageous, I think, thought somehow that I was terrible or the situation was terrible because I wouldn't accept their 90 some odd day return. Enough is enough. eBay caters to these buyers. Certainly you can cater to these buyers as well. And I understand without the buyers, we have no business. But at the same time, come on, work with your buyers within reason. 90 some odd days is not reasonable. So again, thank you. Whether you deal with, so if you ever have to deal with any one of these buyers like I had to, just know that flipping ain't easy. We're going to talk to you guys very, very soon. Get out there, get your items listed, and let's make those sales, and have a great rest of your week.